Hi guys, I'm Brittany. I post videos about plants and projects, and today we are talking about how to dig up baby raspberry plants to propagate them. A couple of weeks ago, I did a post on how to propagate raspberries from stem or tane cuttings, and I said that's not the best way to propagate them. Sometimes it is the only way if you can't dig up a plant or there aren't any babies to dig up. Today, I'm going to walk you through what I think is the best way to propagate them, which is digging up the babies. These plants reproduce like crazy, so if you plant a raspberry plant, you'll definitely have babies to dig up in the future. Here's a look at some of the raspberries I have in our backyard. These are kind of big and floppy, they're unstaked. We are headed into winter here, so I'm just kind of letting them do their thing. These I just put in this year. So this is a cane that has grown this year, and if you look below it, you can see a smaller plant right here. This would be a really good candidate for digging up. Another example is over here. We have two plants, and I can't even really tell which plant this one ended up coming from, but here is another baby. This is about the largest I would recommend digging up unless you want to deal with some transplant shock. It will probably be fine to dig up a slightly larger plant, but if you dig up one that size, chances are the root system is still relatively small and it will transplant well to another spot in your yard or to a pot. Here's a really good example of a plant I planted this year, and then these two tiny babies will make really great candidates for digging up. So these are the two tiny ones that we're going to dig up today. So the very first thing I'm going to do here is pull back some of this wood chip mulch from around the plants, and then I'm going to take my little shovel and go about 2 inches out from where the plant is, stick it down in, and then pry it up. Now this plant will be connected through a main root underneath the soil line to the main plant, so you just want to find where that is and then sever that from the plant. You don't have to be too picky about what you're taking with you. You just want to make sure you get some little roots here. So here is a good example of a little raspberry cutting, and it's got a little root on the bottom. And then another one I dug up, I ended up getting a little bit more of the root system with this one, so that's good too. Now that we have the little cutting, I popped back into the greenhouse here to get a pot with some soil. Do not overthink this, really. All you have to do is stick it down into the soil. Make sure the root system is completely covered. I like to get it as far down into the pot as I possibly can, and then fill it up with soil. And here it is, our new little baby raspberry plant. So like I said, you could just dig one up and put it elsewhere in your yard. It may look rough for a few days, but it will probably rebound. It may not rebound until next season if you're planting in the fall, like it is here right now in Maryland Zone 7A. For this one, I'm just going to keep it in a pot. I'm going to either rehome it or try and keep it in my greenhouse through the winter to rehome it next spring, or to potentially plant it in my yard next spring. So that's how easy it is to dig up a raspberry plant baby. I hope you guys found this video helpful. Until my next one, happy planting.